Norwegian government has summoned a top US embassy official in Oslo. This is in order to lodge an official protest against claims that Washington had spied on top European leaders. Now, Norway's defense minister, Frank Bakke-Jensen, took to Twitter and said his country's defense ministry had held a meeting with the US embassy in Oslo, where we made it clear that spying on allies is unacceptable and unnecessary. The ministry said that the top US diplomat Richard Riley was the person who attended the meeting. Currently, the US embassy is working without an ambassador. A Danish broadcaster revealed that Danish agents, along with the US counterparts, spied on political leaders in Germany, France, Sweden and Norway. German Chancellor Angela Merkel, then German Foreign Minister, and former German opposition leader were among the targets. The findings were a result of an internal investigation which was launched in 2014 by the Danish Defense Intelligence Service. According to Danish radio, the US intelligence agents had used the country's underwater internet cables from 2012 to 2014 to spy on top European leaders. The NSA reportedly got access to these text messages, telephone calls, internet traffic, including searches, chats and messaging services. Now, when the case came to light, Paris and Berlin started demanding answers from Washington and Copenhagen. Now, French President Emmanuel Macron and German Chancellor Angela Merkel said that the incident was not acceptable between allies. Norway's Prime Minister Stoltenberg echoed similar concerns. She said that it was unacceptable if countries which have close allied cooperation feel the need to spy on each other. She has now said that the US official told the government that they had changed the practice since 2014. She added that the embassy official was summoned for a follow-up then. And now Jagriti is still with us. Going back to her, Jagriti, thank you for staying with us. What is the latest on this and what can we expect going forward in a bid to hold Danish and US agents accountable for this?
Yeah, I think this has raised, a lot of concerns in Europe, and this isn't the first time that the United States has been accused of spying on its allies. If you remember those Edward Snowden leaks in 2013, which alleged that the NSA had been tapping German Chancellor Angela Merkel's phone lines, it was caused a significant amount of friction between the Obama administration at the time and Germany. So this is clearly an issue. And I think this latest report by the Danish broadcaster DR has sort of resurfaced some of those concerns. Now, the Norwegian Prime Minister Erna Solberg told the Norwegian news agency NTB that, as you mentioned, that the Americans have said that they had changed their practices in 2014. But I think there is a real sense that given the Biden administration is really trying to work to rebuild its alliances in Europe, especially after the last 4 years, where many of the US's traditional relationships with allies in Europe, for example, really fell by the wayside. I think this is clearly going to be something of concern, and I think also from Europe there is a sense that that they want to make sure that relations with the United States continue on a good footing going forward. But these are clearly issues of concern, which is why the US ambassador was summoned in this way. And so I think that the partnership between Europe and the United States is going to be a focal point to remember that there is going to be this meeting of G7 leaders that President Joe Biden is going to attend, once again, to try to sediment those relations that he is trying to restore with Europe.
Right, Jagriti. Thank you so much for joining us with all your inputs on that this morning.